Hello, hello. Back with another Path of Exile 2 video. So, we are level 76. We are the martial artist. We have not taken the Invoker. And we are currently running Flicker Strike. I'm taking my time through it. I'm trying a few different things. This is what I found so far. Again, I'm around about T7 maps now. Not getting many drops. But we're slowly grinding. So we've got Energy Shield at 2681, Life at 1307, we've got 132 Spirit, 44 Evasion, and then there's resistances of 58, 52, 41, and 5 Chaos. We need to improve them. That is the one thing that I'm trying to improve at the moment. We'll skip over all this part here, because we'll go straight into the skills. So, we're running Hollow Focus. We've got this with Cooldown Recovery. So obviously this allows it to cool down faster, which means your bells are going to appear faster. Armor Break Free, which allows them to break armor. And then Concentrated Area, this basically causes the bells to do more area damage, but less area effect. But the bells seem to be closer to you. And I don't really know what to put in the fourth one. If you're running a good setup, please let me know below. Like I said, I'm unsure what to put in it. We'll figure it out as we move on. Will and Assault. So we've got Will and Assault with Rage Free to grant 5 rage on melee hit. Magnified Area for increased area of effect. Practice Combo to build combo. And then Ancestral Call to ancestrally boost it, so you'll see it like moves around and creates like 2 clones. Temper Spell, these two here are absolutely insane. Okay, absolutely insane. When Temper Spell drops its Ancestral Call and this procs its Ancestral Call, yeah, you got free Will and Assaults, 3 bells all hit at the same time and do a massive AoE. So we've got this with Ancestral Call too. This means you can drop all 3 bells at the same time. Okay, so once you hit that Ancestral boost, it drops all 3 bells. Mana Leech, this is how I'm sustaining mana. But the amount of Mana Leech that you can get from these bells when you drop in, obviously you can drop them every couple of seconds, if that, every second, maybe every 2 seconds. And when you drop in 2, 3 bells, each separate bell will count as 8% of the physical damage from the support skills. And yeah, I'm not struggling for mana at all. Magnified Area, so this is obviously increased area of effect. And then Blind, because we want to blind the enemies, which will then give us the increased critical hit chance. Flicker Strike, so we're currently sat around about 9,000 damage. It's not a lot, 71.76%. We've got it with Hit and Run, so it gives you more skill speed. Elemental Armament, Close Combat 2, and then Pinpoint Critical. I have been trialing it with Perpetual Charge. It does drop my damage quite a bit, but again, it's a chance not to consume the power charges. There is a pretty much infinite Flicker Strike for the Gemini Legionnaire, because obviously GGG decided to give Gemini Legionnaire the quality, which means Flicker has a chance not to remove the power charges. Pair that with like Serpent's Egg, pair that with the boots that give you a chance not to remove power charges, pair that with the Omen that can go into your helmet, which gives you a chance not to remove power charges, and you can sit at around 107%. So basically you just flicker around the map. It's absolutely insane. Charge Staff, so we've got this with Innovate for 25% damage as Lightning, Culling Strike, Prolonged Duration, and then Blind. I would like to take something else, so I might like to take Blazing Critical, because Blazing Critical is very good as well. But I don't have, obviously, perfect Jewel's Orbs. This is very early. Then we've got Killing Palm, so this is able to hit the bells and then generate power charges. So we've got the Thrill of the Kill for more lightning damage, Charge Profusion 2, Culmination 2, and then, where is it? Not Close Combat. I want Rapid Attacks in just to make it a little bit faster. Reaper's Invocation. This is how I'm able to generate power charges. So we've got Reaper's Invocation and we've got this socketed with Profane Ritual. Basically, once you do a melee, you'll fill up this Reaper's Invocation. Press this. This will use Profane Ritual, which will then consume all the corpses on the floor and give you power charges. We've got it with Energy Retention, Overabundance 1. We don't want Overabundance 2 because we want the skill effect duration to be limited. And then Charge Profusion 2, which gives you a chance to gain additional charges. We're also running Charge Regulation. Charge Regulation gives you 24% more crit chance when you have a power charge, 19% more armor, evasion, and energy shield when you have an endurance charge, and then 24% increased skill speed when you have a frenzy charge. We got that with Clarity, which is the mana regeneration rate. So Reaper's Invocation have a chance to gain random charges. Killing Palm, you have a chance to gain random charges, so they can gain frenzy and endurance. This, when it breaks armor, you can gain endurance charges, which means that then I can have more armor and evasion. I can have increased skill speed, which makes my flicker and my skills faster, and then I can have more critical hit chance. Remember, more is better than increased, so therefore I will do more damage. Herald of Thunder, we've just got this with Elemental Armament and Magnified Area. I need some more skill gems, so I will change them around. Ambush is very good on this as well. Falling Thunder. So Falling Thunder is very, very good. I personally have not been running it for a while. I like had it on, then took it off, and then put it back on because I didn't have a decent unset ring, because I paired Herald of Thunder with Herald of Ash. Herald of Thunder and Herald of Ash cause huge explosions, and yeah, Flicker just seems to absolutely dominate once you've got Herald of Ash included in it. We've got Falling Thunder with Culmination, so obviously this is to gain up the combo. The combo gains up, it hits for more damage, so you get 40% more damage. Elemental Armament for more attack damage. Nova Projectiles, which allow this to basically fire off around and hit all the other bells, and then pinpoint critical, which gives it more critical hit chance but less critical damage bonus, so it's got 54%. Pair that with this, it sits at like 70% crit chance, and then we've got Herald of Ash, which is the ignite duration, and it basically is based off your overkill damage. It's very, very good, and yeah, it's one of the skills where you notice a difference when you put Herald of Ash on with Herald of Thunder. So the Herald of Thunder hits down, causes the overkill damage, which causes big explosions. You can see it in the video just before. So let's move on to the gear. So we have my Quarterstaff. It's Quarterstaff I've had since well, the campaign. I'm pretty sure I picked this up in Act 4, it might have been, or the interludes, and I've kept the same one. Obviously, as you can see here, I've got Leech physical damage as life and Leech physical damage as mana. It helps a lot. It keeps me alive a lot. We've got it with increased physical damage 5%, increased lightning damage, so it adds lightning damage, and then we've got a bit of accuracy. It's not a perfect Quarterstaff, it's not good at all, but it does the job. Like I said, we've even got just basic runes in it. You can get far better. I am saving up to get a better Quarterstaff. I'm probably going to look at spending, once I get some currency, which is, I have that, I'm going to look at spending, I don't know, maybe a couple of div or a div or something on a Quarterstaff. Then we've got a helmet. The helmet, we've got this with just increased critical hit chance and some resistances, and we've gone for energy shield. Gold amulet, picked this up for next to nothing. I'm pretty sure I picked this up for 5 exalted with 32 spirit, critical hit chance, some resistances, some energy shield. It's pretty good. Prismatic ring, again, flat attacks and ideally resistances is what you need. That's what I've tried to get. So try to get yourself some flat attacks and resistances, and maybe someone from Leech as well. The Falconer's Jockey, 5% movement speed, increased obviously evasion. This is probably the most expensive piece of gear that I do have. Then I have just a ring here with like 3 fire damage, some maximum life, and some resistances. Then we have the fists. So these, we've got them with increased armor and evasion, lightning damage to attacks, plus 2 level 2 melee skills, and then dexterity and fire resistance. When we put them in with the Stone Fist, we now get obviously +1, and we get the quality of skills. And then we've got attacks gain 12% of damage as extra lightning, and there's one up as well, which I had attacks gain more damage on low mana. You got more evasion and energy shield. Yeah, the way the Stone Fist is very, very good. Belt, just one that's dropped from the campaign. It's, again, with resistances and mana. Boots with movement speed, just resistances. Like I said, try to get on your boots, movement speed, resistances, a nice belt with maybe extra, obviously the charges, and then maybe the Soul Tether belt, the one that allows you to use your mana flask to increase your energy shield. That's good as well. Gloves, ideally you want to go for flat attack, +2 to melee skills and arcane surge. That'll give you chance to gain a power charge on critical hit. That'll give you increased quality of all skills, +1 to melee levels, and it'll give you gain 12% of damage as them damage that are there. So if you obviously got physical, lightning, fire, it'll gain them. Rings, triple flat attacks, flat resists. Another ring, triple flat attacks, flat resists, and then maybe leech on it. Amulet, ideally you probably want spirit on it, critical hit chance, energy shield, and then plus to levels. Helmet, for this one, you can either go critical hit chance, but normally I just run as much energy shield as possible, as much resistance as possible, and then I will Val Orb it and keep Val Orbing 1 until I eventually get +1 to power charges, which will put you on 7. And then your Quarterstaff, in my opinion, elemental scales better, so I would go for at least a high potential, or a high percentage, sorry, of elemental damage, and then I'd go for some flat elemental damage, then go for +2 melee skills. Remember that all attack skills has kind of been nerfed a little bit this league, so I try and get the +5 if you can do, and then look at getting some critical hit chance and some critical damage bonus or some attack speed. Right, let's go into the passive tree. So I'm level 76. I haven't got an inscribed ultimatum yet or anything like that, and I haven't got the obviously fragments, so therefore I haven't got my Fourth Ascendancy. So I'm currently just running Hollow Focus Technique, the extra bells which allow me to obviously gain power charges when you culling strike them, Martial Adept which allows you to build additional combo, and it lowers your energy shield recharge rate, and then we're running Witherstone Fist which obviously changes your gloves. So this is how you're able to build extra damage with Falling Thunder based on the combo, and then obviously Killing Palm will hit the Hollow Focus Technique which will allow you to gain power charges. So we come up and take Flow Like Water, Mindful Awareness and Step Like the Mist. These all basically increase your attack speed and your energy shield and your evasion. We take Crashing Wave for increased damage if you dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds. If you're not doing high amount of crit, I'd either recommend taking Essence of the Storm or Flow State for more skill speed and increased mana regen. Then we go up and get Concussive Attacks for increased attack damage. Around to take the Power Within with increased damage bonus if you gain a power charge recently. Up to take Dizzying Sweep for more area attack damage and increased area of effect. Oh, balling. Then we take Killer Instinct for increased attack damage while on full life, and then obviously even more damage while on low life. Tenfold attacks for more attack speed and more strength. Round to take Distract the Target for 30% critical hit chance against blinded enemies. Remember, in our Quarterstaff, in Charge Staff, we have blind. In the Tempest Bell, we have blind as well. We've got a Jewel with damage to Quarterstaffs, attack speed with spears. Again, this is just one that's on my gear, so I would recommend going for critical hit chance, critical damage bonus, lightning damage, and then either increased attack with Quarterstaffs or possibly looking at maybe some cold or some chaos damage. Up here to take True Strike and for the Jugular, so this is increased critical hit chance and critical damage bonus. And then again, this gives you intelligence and dexterity. Follow it round, Spectral Ward for +1 to maximum energy shield per 12 evasion. Round to take Overflowing Power, which is +2 to maximum power charges. Round here, and we take Whirling Assault, which is increased attack speed with Quarterstaffs. Martial Artistry, which is increased accuracy, critical damage bonus, and dexterity. Then we take First Principle of the Hollow and First Teachings of the Keeper. So this gives you increased evasion, rating, energy shield, cold, and fire resistance. Or lightning resistance, sorry. And then this one round here gives you fire, chaos, gain deflection, and faster start of recharge. You need to take both of these in order to take the Hollow Keeper, which reduces the effect of curses on you and reduces the effect of non-damaging ailments. So this is chill, freeze, shock, etc. Then we move round and we take Chakra of Impact, which gives you increased damage, and then it gives you your skills increased damage per combo consumed up to 40%. So again, this makes Falling Thunder hit like an absolute truck. If you don't want to run Falling Thunder, like I say, you don't have to. It's very, very good for creating huge clears, especially if you run Abyss. Then we've got another Jewel with some evasion rating, some attack speed with Quarterstaffs, and then increased damage with crossbows in case I ever wanted to split to a crossbow. Maybe that'll come out, crossbow flicker strike. Round here to take Stupefy, across to take Dizzying Hits. So both these will cause daze on hit and then increased damage and increased critical hit chance by the daze. And then finally round and we'll take Heart Stopping, Struck Through and Heartbreaking, and these give you increased critical hit chance, critical damage bonus, and again your attacks have critical hit chance. So that is my early maps build. It's doing really well, to be fair. Whirling Assault and the bells absolutely shreds bosses. You know what I mean? I am using a Quarterstaff that is level 55, but it's 20 levels lower than my current gear, and it's doing really well, really well. I will upgrade this. I can guarantee you that I'll have an upgrade within like maybe a day or two of what I have found. These loads of stuff. If you go to Currency Exchange, there's loads of stuff here. So power charge. So you've got your martial weapon, gain an extra power charge. You've got obviously the idol, this one here where you put in your helmet and you gain a power charge when gaining an additional power charge. You can gain loads and loads of power charges. Ailith Chimes. Ailith Chimes is very good, but it's also expensive. So Exalted Orbs, it's 579. Currently, I'm pretty sure it's like 9 divines, so it's 7 divines. But Ailith Chimes, whatever you put that in, you'll put that in with like Mantra of Destruction, Delayed Gratification, charge perfusion, you build up combo, press the button, you'll gain power charges. So you can obviously get this one here, Serpent's Egg, which has changed. Skills have a 10% chance to not remove charges but still count as consuming them. Pair that with your perpetual charge, so that's a 35%. Then you can get the boots on here, which again, a 10% chance not to remove the charges. So that's a 45% chance not to remove the charges. I'm pretty sure it can roll to like 15%. So if you pair that with perpetual charge at 25, 15 for the boots, 15 for the Serpent's Egg, you're sat at 55% chance not to remove power charges, which on a monk is very, very, very good. Obviously, if you want to run Gemlin, this is probably why these are so high at the moment. Gemlin Legionnaire will then allow you to basically flicker endlessly and to your heart's content until Jonathan nerfs it. Anyway, this has been the build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, please leave a like. Again, leave a comment. What would you recommend to put into Hollow Focus? What you're finding well? Are you still running Flicker Strike on the monk? Are you enjoying the martial artist monk? Have you changed away? And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Stay safe and peace.